Please be advised, this podcast contains topics and languages that may be sensitive to some listeners. Listen at your own risk. Hello everyone to the Dice is a Mimic podcast, and more importantly, welcome back to the Adventures of Aramora. I am Tristan, I am the Dungeon Master for this campaign, and before we begin, I gotta catch you up on some stuff if you forget what happened last episode. So last episode, we followed Byron, Noccora, and Grevil, our team WAG, a Whistles Adventuring Guild of the Whistles Tavern, throughout the city. We had Byron and Noccora leave the strip club, the Dragon's Tongue, and we had Noccora go to see her aunt at Rogi's Pierogies, to see Aunt Rogi, where she informs her of a new boyfriend under the name of Byron, and of her new adventuring crew with Grevil and Byron. Byron, at the same time, visits his best friend Carmine, who works at Beyond the Walls, a very scholarly place. This is where Byron used to work before he became this adventuring group with these new people. He talked to Carmine about his strange times with a living toilet. May have screwed up and said that he died, in which his not-so-friendly co-worker Winston, a ostrich Aarakocra, who betted on Byron to die in his first adventure. Once Winston walked away, Carmine and Byron continued their conversation about his fun adventures and how he's going to continue doing it, in which Carmine responded that she's worried about Byron's safety and his potential future job here at Beyond the Walls. Not too long after, Byron went to his apartment where he shares it with a goblin named Snug, and surprise, surprise, Snug bought a Swiffer Sweeper from the town center where Byron offered some money to do so. Byron informs Snug that he's going to be continuing this adventuring idea, but no worries to the income for food and the housing there. Byron will take care of it. Then soon after that, we follow Byron to the church that's in the city, where he's looking for a god or goddess of wisdom or knowledge, which the pastors were so nice and willing to create folders of different gods and goddesses for him in the next couple of days, so that he can kind of see what he has out there to, have faith in. Of course, we can't forget Grevil, our drunkard. He decided to go to the bar, no surprise there. But there he talks to Faerun, and Faerun can't help but notice that Grevil is wearing a wedding ring, but no wife has been kind of prevalent in his life. With that, Grevil decided to take an adventure over to the Aramorian library and locate some texts on his old kingdom that he came from, known as Horovitz. After his awkward conversation with the lady that worked at the library, he came on back, gave Byron the books, and told him to read up on that. Once everyone finished their little visits and buying and all sorts of fun in the town, they came back to Whistles Tavern, in which Faerun took the adventurers down below the tavern and into a secret room that has been magically enchanted, though, so that sound doesn't leave. And he offers them a top secret mission at a place called the Laboratory, which is just outside the Aramorian graveyard. He informed them that it has to be top secret, and to do this, he made them all sign a contract that was magically enchanted so that if they tried to speak about it, they can't. It completely doesn't come out of their mouths until the mission is over. He himself doesn't really know where the mission's coming from, except for a mystery person within the city. So he asks Team WAG to go figure out what happened at the laboratory that apparently was doing very dark magic regarding the life and death and spirits and souls and life magic that is in every single person in the world. Before sending them off, he informed them that there is going to be a necromancer joining them. His name is Elghinn Kor. As the adventurers pack up and head out to the Aramorian graveyard, we for some reason find out that Grevil has a strange fear of trees, possibly. And far out in the field, after they went past the graveyard, they found a man, more like a zombie, with a little name tag that said Bob the Doorman. After some strange communication and proof that these guys were on Team Wag, Bob the doorman turned to dust and a secret door opened into the ground. And that is where we're going to start today's adventure. You all go down and you see torchlight, or that's what you think, until you enter the room, in which it's magical arcane lanterns just kind of up in the corners of the room, keeping it lit for all of you. For those that are listening, let's describe where we're walking into and understanding what everything's going on. The players right now can see the whole entire map, and that is totally fine by me because it's only just pictures. They don't actually see what else is happening in there, so I'll just explain it to you as well as to them about what's going on. Right now they're in a room, and if they go to the left, they'll go through another room, which just is going to contain some desks, some empty bookshelves, and that's about it. If they continue off to the room right beside that to the left, they'll go into a bigger room with some more desks and some other extra stuff in there once they get in there. If they continue straight, they'll enter not really a room, it's not sealed, but a room of sorts, in which they will find a metal machine. If they continue a little more to the top left, they'll enter the main part of this room, which is a giant fountain surrounded by tombs, and we'll get into much more detail once we get into that room. If you go from this fountain a little bit down left, you'll notice another room, but again, we'll get into more what is that room containing, because right now it's sealed. If you go back to the fountain and go to the top right area, you'll run into another open kind of room in which there appears to be almost like surgery tables and hospital bed type like things. And then finally, if you travel to the far top left of this whole map, you'll notice another sealed room. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense for you guys as well as people that are listening. But right now we're in the far bottom right, starting in the room which they walked into. As soon as they walk into the room, they are walking right into another zombie.
Oh.
It notices all of you and just looks at all of you.
Name tag?
It just says greeter.
It's like, in Abyssal, I would go, hello, looking for Elghinn. Elghinn? No.
Elghinn.
Elghinn. I was close. Elghinn.
Like that.
Looking for Elghinn. Wag. Show them the tattoo.
Okay. It opens its mouth and it turns into dust immediately.
I didn't mean to do
Very
that.
bad at his job.
I didn't mean to do that. If I did that, sorry. I look at the dust. I go, sorry.
You look at the dust. Ooh, sorry, buddy. Yeah, he
Didn't mean to.
disappears. It turns to dust. Completely nothing. Like that
That's
doesn't
not a good greeting.
anything.
So far, this place seems friendly.
By the way, the floor is blue. It's blue on the map, so it's also blue. It's actually blue.
Like painted or just...
No, it's
Like-
blue stone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like marble-esque.
Lapis lazuli.
Getting
It's,
fancy.
it's so uncomfortable in this building because one, it's really freaking cold. Two, the rain is going right through the ceiling, essentially. So it's just dripping a lot. And it's almost like, even though it's very echoey and cavernous in here, your mouth, your words don't travel. Within inside this room that you're in, it doesn't leave the room.
I would probably notice that when I apologize to the zombie.
Yes.
And I just look up. I look around like down the hall. Like I don't want to shout because definitely new place bad. Don't shout. And I
Just imagine him saying that to himself. Bad. Don't shout. New place.
Sometimes I gotta do that. Sometimes Byron literally has to remind
Your
me.
greeter died, where are you?
No. I quickly go. Shh.
It doesn't leave the room.
Ah. See, I knew what I was doing.
Let's just keep in mind that we are in a new place, and last time.
Well, this guy's supposed to be friendly, so let's
I suppose.
just go forward.
I suppose that's fair. Which way do you want to go? Left or forward?
Forward.
Forward.
So you're going that way?
Straight.
All right.
Do
My
we-
players are moving north towards the first room that contains a machine.
Look at this man over here using North.
Fancy.
Forward! Is that better?
Marching order. What are we doing?
It doesn't
Who's
matter.
going
You're in
first?
free roam.
I guess that's true.
You can just move like Risk.
Just move it. Let's go.
Move it.
We are linking arms and walking like the Sanderson sisters.
I need to check back on Noccora. Raccoons, are they with you or are they up top?
I think
You keep them up top, they'll just stand at the door.
I'll keep them on me.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay.
Alright.
Got the motherfucking thing on me.
Yep.
Bangs.
You walk into this, again, room. It's surrounded by walls, but it doesn't have anything sealed into it. You see, the way to describe this is awkward, but essentially it's a giant metal machine in which it has a table in which someone lays in, and has a bunch of arms that stick out. And at the end of each arm looks to be burn marks from something like almost like popping or exploding on these arms. You'll also notice that on the table there is there's two tables right next to one another on the same machine with a bunch of arms. You'll also see the remains of a person. It's mostly skeleton at this point, but it's just the remains of them with a bunch of blood that's been dried away. That is what you see just by looking at it alone.
Is there a name tag on that one?
No, it's not moving.
Oh.
I would go up to examine the machine.
I want None of you are good at machines. So I want an investigation with disadvantage.
Alright, what is my investigation, baby?
I'll just keep walking forward.
Investigation is a +4.
While he investigates, I'll just...
He's
I'll
gonna move
meander.
on. Damn, that's a natural 1 already. I ain't beating that. That's
It's made
that's
of
a
metal.
5.
It's made of metal.
That's 5.
Yeah, it's made of metal. So cool. There's a dead body on it.
Arcana check. I do an Arcana check. See if I get any remnant of any kind of magic.
Sure.
Alrighty.
You're not going to get a remnant of magic, but you're going to see if there was technically magic involved.
Got an 18.
You have a feeling that this thing ran off of magic,
Okay.
but you don't quite know what it did.
Okay.
Clearly something dark, considering there's a body.
Sinister, yes. Any chance, like...
Lockhart, when you walk on the other side of the room, on the north side, there is metal cabinetry, but they're all open and empty.
Strange.
I look over to Lockhart. Did you find anything in those? Any supplies?
Not yet. I'll just keep walking.
I'm going to turn around and go back in that first room, and I'm going to take Rex and Jerry, and I'm going to keep them in that first room.
Okay.
Just going to have them stay right there.
They sit and stay. They don't even argue. They actually feel uncomfortable being in here. You can tell.
The little Rexies.
Could I fit them in my backpack? Like, in my backpack? No. But they can fit inside a butthole.
Aside from that, no.
Riddle me this, DM. Not in my backpack. They can fit in my asshole.
No.
But. Anyways. Alright, I'm going to tell them that if they want to, they can go back up the stairs, or they can stay right here.
Do
You
you
go back
give them
upstairs.
salad?
I'm going to give them each a pierogi.
They take the pierogies in excitement.
I'm going to give them salad as well.
Rex grabs him from the scruff.
Rex is such a good mom.
Jerry goes and points at himself, and he makes a couple of chirping noises, which is asking if he's in charge.
Yes, you're in charge.
He does that, like, the pump move of, like, whenever you're excited when you're a little, put your arms beside you and, like, pull down. Yeah, that's what he does.
Still do
Alright.
that. What do you mean,
Stay close, stay hidden, okay?
He nods, and he turns around and immediately jumps on top of Rex. Because you said stay close.
Close enough, that's good.
Rex carries both Jerry and Salad down. And they're chirping and cooing at each other.
Do I know what they're saying?
Dude, really? You jumped on me? Yeah, I have to stay close to you.
I will continue.
I'll
Going
turn
forward.
back around and
Yeah.
scamper over to these glorious machines.
Yeah.
Glorious.
Gravil's gone.
Gravil's walked out. You see him just exit.
I go, Grevil.
This is what
Together?
you hear. Gravel. Dead silent as soon as you pass the door.
Ooh. Very fancy.
Oh,
Is there any way to
Can we still
tell
see him?
if...
Barely, yeah. Look at where your character's sitting. Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there any way to tell if these remains were living when they were put on that table?
Medicine?
I mean, everything has been living at one point. What are you trying to shoot for here?
Were they living when they were put on the table and
Like,
injected?
Oh,
Was it like-
you're asking if they were put there dead already or put there alive.
History or
Ooh,
medicine?
man. Medicine with disadvantage, considering that they're already dead and you wouldn't really know.
A lot of
Can I
things
assist in
people-
peeking and make it a straight roll? Dang. Okay.
Why?
My medicine's good now. You guys.
Oh, you said disadvantage? Oh, you're such an asshole.
What, you got like an 18 or some shit?
Was that 2 20s?
I
Two
rolled an
nat
18.
20.
I rolled an 18
Oh.
and then I got a 20.
Okay.
Shit, you got an 18 as
Yeah.
your lowest?
Yep.
Damn.
18
Okay.
total? Or
Plus
You-
0 for my medicine.
You
Okay.
theorize that yes, this person was alive. It wasn't dead because it would show signs of more decay if it was already pre-dead. But
so
you have a feeling this guy was alive.
human being. Gross.
Does a skull look human?
I think we would know what a human skull is.
I know.
No.
I mean,
Yes. You're not gonna tell much else.
oh, fair enough.
I mean, it's
Okay,
humanoid.
I would try to run up and try to catch up to Grevil, but first, before I do, I'm at this door. He just keeps moving.
I'm still walking, so.
I'm at this doorway, and I turn back to Noccora and I go, I want to know what happens between these rooms. I need to know where the cutoff is.
Okay.
So I would try to usher you over to me, so that way you can get close, and I'm going to continue talking to you. You signal to me when you cannot hear me.
Got it.
And it's I'll just keep
You're just making
where
noises.
he's I start speaking abyssal to her, and I say, "You freak me out sometimes. God, I can't believe you got a whip. Why'd you get a whip?"
You have no idea what he's saying. Yeah, so you pass through. As soon as your head enters the other side of the frame, it goes silent.
So basically the other side of the frame, and I'll be walking backwards, and then you give me a signal.
I'll do I'll wave my hands at him.
I peek my head in back. It's so the door frame.
You can hear him.
Yes, it's the door frame.
Arcana check.
On what?
The door frame.
Just the frame?
Just the frame, just to see if it's
Lockhart, calm down.
I'm just slowly meandering.
I just want to know if it's a spell causing this. Or
I
if
mean,
it's-
duh.
Okay,
I
alright.
mean, you don't have to roll for that one. I'll give it to you. Yes,
Alright.
it's a spell. But if you want to roll to find out what spell, sure,
Was that, would that be history or arcana?
the spell?
Yeah.
Arcana.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, I have a +6 to either one of them. So I got an 18.
It's a silence spell.
Oh, okay. Silence.
But it's just
silence.
it's dedicated to a room, not an area. Or a person.
That's fair.
Which is
Okay.
odd, considering that silence doesn't work like that, I don't think.
Um,
It's an area spell, so it's usually a circle, but this is by room.
Okay, so I just go, I say to Noccora, definitely should try to stay as close as possible. And I peek my head through it. I was like, can I still see him? If I'm standing right here, would I still
I'm
be
gonna
able
move
to
you back a little bit, if I may. Yeah. You are actually stopped and mesmerized by something.
Oh.
Bean, can I scoot you into the same room?
Sure.
Or did you want to go into that room?
No, go ahead, scoot me.
Okay, I just want to make sure. It's just easier to get you all to see the same thing. But if you didn't want to go in, I won't let you.
I'm
Okay,
good.
sounds good. She scoots through the door, and you two turn the face into this thing. This is the biggest room. In the middle seems to be a fountain. It's not spewing out water out of faces or anything. It's just a 2 foot deep, 1 foot deep fountain of
Is
water.
there any coins in it?
No.
It's a
Oh,
reflecting pool, it sounds like.
Thank
Anyone
you,
toss
reflecting.
anything to their witcher? I gotta know.
However, in the middle of this, you'll see a pedestal. And in this pedestal is stabbed a scythe. And the scythe from... not you, because you can't see this. You two can. You see a shadowy arcane magic rolling off of the scythe. Furthermore, you see this though now. You see black chains with the same black wispy magic rolling off that are around the handle, and each one of these chains, there's 4, go from the handle and enter through the side of each of the metal tubes that are covered in magical glyphs and runes.
Would I be able to... This isn't...
Also, when you do see this, you all feel slightly uncomfortable. Like how Rex and Jerry did originally.
Squeamish.
You now feel that, like, something happened
It's
bad.
spooky. It's getting spooky up in here.
A spook.
A little spooky. I would like to investigate, not touch, the tomb that is closest to
You don't want
us.
to touch it, you said?
I don't want to touch it, no. Just want to observe it, see if I can interpret any of the runes that are on it.
Sure. Perception. I need all of this. So perception, investigation, and Arcana.
Alright. I'll just go down the list. Arcana +6. That's another 18. You said investigation. That's in that one. That's 5.
Okay, that's fine.
What was the last one?
Perception.
Perception. Perception's a +3. That's a 19.
Okay, so with the investigation, you're not going to get much. But, however, you are going to get that you see that these are glyphs all around. And some contain old glyphs that you don't know, that you haven't really ever studied. But you see a couple that you do know. One of them is sealing. A glyph of sealing.
Okay.
You have a feeling it's to lock the lid. That's like the main one that sticks out.
I quickly turned to Noccora. Do not touch anything.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I wasn't planning on it.
Good. I peer over to where Grevil
Grevil,
is.
you're just staring at
Grevil,
it.
do not touch anything.
Why?
Seal of runing, or rune of sealing on these. I'm assuming all of these. They are attached to the chains. The chains are attached to the side. Do not touch the side. Do not touch the chains. Do not touch the tombs.
Okay.
He moves up.
You move.
He just goes, okay, and just keeps walking.
Keeps moving. Okay. Do we just want to follow him? All right. We're just gonna keep
Can I
moving.
look into the water?
Yeah.
Do I see anything?
I will. At this point, I'll try to like catch.
Nothing special in the water. It's just water. You can see that the water's dripping down in it, so it's like rippling.
Okay. No, wait. I see her like with what? No, I quickly grab your wrist and I go no, and I pull the dagger out from my side and I dip it in the water, just like about an inch into.
Yeah, it ripples. That's it.
And I take it up and like I snip it. Does it smell like anything? Listen. Does it smell like poison or anything is inside it? Like anything foul?
Medicine.
All right. Okay. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. +3 to medicine. 16.
No.
Okay.
It's water.
It's water. I let go of her wrist and I go, "Can you touch this? It's not a one-time. This is not. Don't get used to this."
I like.
You're freaking out over a lot of magic, man. Just ignore it.
I turn to him and I go, "Magic is all I."
Yeah, so you should ignore it.
You have me.
Yeah, you have her.
All I have is magic and Noccora and a drunken man who likes wandering off. Please, just let's all stick together.
I'm
and
looking
don't
for a
touch
friend.
Anything. Okay. And
I just imagine he's skipping around. As
I am following him. What are you doing?
I
You
am
just-
going to follow, I guess.
I mean, you did touch the water. Does anything happen when she touches the water? Okay. Maybe I'm just being paranoid over the water. I don't know.
Yeah, keep moving north.
All right.
I have nothing to report.
You don't
to guys.
touch anything?
No.
Okay, perfect. Now we're just keeping up.
Black card.
Yeah.
Safe. No, I'm just kidding.
Death save.
So because this is like an awkward room,
Mm-hmm.
the seal ends right where you enter the next room over to the right, and then it also cuts off like right there next to the tombs. Right there.
Here?
Yeah, yep. Like it cuts off that section, so you
Okay,
have it.
so there's not like this.
No,
District.
no, you do, but that's considered the room.
Yeah, okay.
But to your right, because you're not in the room right yet, but to your right, you like walk through and you look around. To your right, you see a person. He's crouched on the ground, looking at what looks to be body parts.
I'm gonna wave.
He doesn't notice him.
I'm just gonna keep waving and walking towards him.
Oh my
You
god.
go through the seal,
Yes.
and he immediately drops it, and he stands up and he looks at you. I need.
How do we always let Grevil go into these things first?
Charisma saving throw?
Oh
Save-
no!
I think
no.
a saving throw. I think that's what I want to use. Yeah, use a saving throw. Sure, why not? Or
That's
is
a
it
nat
charisma?
one.
Wisdom?
Oh!
Wisdom or crazy? I forget what it is.
It's a nat one. Doesn't
It's a nat
matter.
one. Sure. He looks at you. You're afraid of him
Oh god.
immediately.
I see a tree.
Question. Is the like we can't hear him now that they passed the room?
Yep.
Okay.
You can't hear him.
He just went down.
Is it your friend? Like, what are you doing? I just want to know what you're doing, so I know. What
So
I
is he?
got.
Am I like frightened and going to run away, or am I just scared of his presence?
You're scared of his presence. Almost like intimidated. I'm not going to give you the fear
Okay.
setting here.
I'm just gonna slowly.
It's just like, oh god.
Step
So
towards him.
We would slowly step towards him.
Yeah.
Cautiously approach. We're
Yeah,
still
we'll just-
following.
Still following.
Okay, so we're probably
You
about
have to
here
follow
still.
me.
You're the leader.
Am I? I just wander because I don't investigate anything.
Leader,
We're following the leader,
following the leader, wherever he may go.
So
I'm assuming we would see Grevil first.
Yeah.
I touch him on the shoulder. It's like, "Are you all right, friend?"
Yeah. That's a tree guy.
A tree guy. Like, when he says tree guy, I immediately think treant, and I freaking love treants. So I immediately turn to go like, wait, a treant? Where?
Right there, the tree guy.
And I immediately look towards this person.
this person isn't scary physically, by the way. He just has this.
That is a 24.
You're fine.
Oh yeah.
8.
You're fine.
Oh wow.
Oh.
You two walk up, and he's like kind of like quivering slightly. You see this man standing there. Is there a better picture? Absolutely fucking not. Okay. I'm gonna give you 2 pictures to set what he looks like, and then to give you what he's wearing. But you see someone like that.
Oh god. He's hot.
Oh no, he's not. Oh my god, it's Sephiroth.
Oh no!
Why do you think the angels?
Sephiroth in a cardigan?
And what he is wearing is he wears white. He wears all white. His boots are basically wraps around his leg, not really boots. He wears baggy white pants. He has a feathery white belt, essentially. And he wears a white cloak, and at the ends of the cloak, the arms and around like the waist down, like the cloak ends, is red roses.
Fancy.
As you move up his body, you'll notice he's wearing a scarf, essentially like a scarf kind of like thing going on, and underneath that you can see more feathers that are kind of somehow woven together and travel back behind him, almost like a rope. On his back, you see a scythe. On
This
his
guy's edgy.
shoulder, you see a crow.
Oh, he's real edgy.
Oh gee. Okay.
That is purpley in color.
When you walk in the room, you suddenly hear
Dun.
crawling in my skin.
He
Oh, the one-winged angel's gonna start playing.
He looks up at all 3 of you, and you all walk in, and he looks at you. And
you a
smi-
tree?
He smiles.
And I immediately start speaking abyssal towards him.
He smiles at you, by the way.
Oh, a smiling tree. Must be friendly.
I immediately said, what's this dude's fucking name again?
Elghinn Kor.
Elghinn. In abyssal I go, Elghinn. Like, question.
He like tilts his head and like puts his like eyebrow up, like, what the fuck was that? But he goes, yes, Elghinn Kor.
Oh. Common.
And he goes, yes.
Thank the gods.
And he goes, I assume you all speak common.
Yes. I don't speak tree though.
Oh god, she found another. Oh no.
He goes. I assume Bob let you in.
Yes.
Wog.
Bob.
Oh, I said wog. It's like, that's a weird way to say wag.
I had a feeling. He goes. I knew that you came. I no longer feel the connection with the greeter.
He's a very bad greeter. You can get a new one.
Is he alright? He kind of turned to.
He's fine.
Alright. I was just making sure. I apologized to him when he turned to dirt. I thought I did that. I felt very sorry for him.
And he goes, where are my manners? He stands up. He's about 6 feet tall.
Oh, he tall. Okay, he's taller than me.
He stands up, and his hand has like shit on it, and he like rubs it off basically. And he comes up and shakes it goes out for your hand first, there, Byron.
I would look at his hand and I go, okay, and then
He shakes your hand. Yeah, it's a good shake. He's Elghinn.
Noccora.
He grabs your hand and kisses it. And he
Nut!
and he looks at you. You get even more terrified because he's right in front of you. And he
I'm
puts
only
out-
1 inch shorter than him.
yeah, but he's like right in front
Yeah.
of you. He puts out his hand to shake your hand. And he smiles, and the smile is gentle. Even though you're afraid of him, it's gentle. And he goes, are you afraid of me currently?
Yeah, I believe you're a tree.
I want a perception check from you.
Of what? What is it? Perception?
You're suddenly horny.
no. Grevil getting horny on Maine over here.
Perception.
Noccora always horny on Maine.
Truly.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
30-20.
Dang.
He's undead.
Oh.
That's
Oh, you're not a tree. You're just a zombie.
He goes, yeah, he is not
Zombies
quite,
can
but
be hot.
Sure.
I'm gonna lean over to Byron and be like,
Well, you're not a
"Zombies
skeleton.
can be hot?"
You're
And
not
he
a
goes,
zombie.
your fear suddenly goes away.
Oh.
And he goes, I have been sent here by what you would call a wag, Whistle's Tavern, to pursue a research facility regarding a hire for us. Sent us here to figure out what happened. I specialize in necromancy. The studies here have been regarding necromancy. That is all I've been told. I assume you've been told the same thing.
More or less.
Are you still like flustered and stare at this pretty boy?
Yes.
Mhm.
This is probably the most flustered this man has ever seen me, even though I've been actively pursuing him, jokingly. He's like,
I look over to Noccora and I go, this is not me this time. Like, to myself.
He goes, I've only been here for a little while, so I have not gotten much. Other than the rooms are sealed by a silent spell. Screaming in the room will not alert another room, so I recommend sticking near each other.
I agree.
Yeah, we can handle it.
Don't listen to him.
He goes, from what I've found so far is that there's a first room that has a machine in it. I am not entirely sure what it does. From the looks of it, none of you are engineers. Is that correct?
My focus is in the arcane.
my
Yes.
focus is being a cutie patootie.
He goes, right. A caster, a half-caster, and a warrior.
Yeah, you can call me that. Sounds fancy.
He goes, right. The main room has the scythe. I recommend we do not deal with that yet. It seems to be stable at this moment in time.
Once again, I agree with you. That's what I told them, not to touch anything.
But what if we touch it anyway?
I don't recommend it.
What if we do?
I will put you to sleep.
I mean, I can tell a list of things that could happen.
Okay.
Do you want to know?
Yes.
Your life could be sucked out of your body,
Okay.
and then fed to some sort of arcane being.
Okay.
So we're going
Is
to
that all?
avoid.
What?
Is that all?
No, I mean, there's plenty of other things. I
Okay,
can't
keep
tell
going.
you all. You think I'm just a book?
Yes.
I don't know that much.
Oh. Then why are
That's
you
just
here?
the worst circumstance I can think of.
Okay.
At least for you.
Yet again, you're the only pretty and smart one.
What a burden.
He goes, the other side, this side, contains 2 rooms. I was going to head there next. I have a feeling that there's going to be some information regarding them. I mean, you're welcome to stay here, and he just glances over at the literal body parts and rotting corpses, which is 3 of them. And take a look, if you so please.
I'll look at the pile of bodies.
He goes, as you're looking, he goes, those are the 3 researchers.
The 3 what?
Researchers.
Oh.
I'll go investigate.
I
You
will
want to
not.
investigate them?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll go dig in deep.
Byron's still a little bit squeamish, believe it or not, so he's gonna go with the undead guy to the next room to find out more information.
I'll go with the undead guy too.
The thing they said, don't separate, and you're being like, let's leave the cart behind. Come on, guys.
Come on, gang!
Let's be real, what happened
Until we
anyway?
finish.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh.
God, you suck.
That's an 8.
Rolling.
Yeah.
It's bodies, man. It's just bodies. You take his word for it. They're the researchers. I mean, they are wearing
The clothes?
Yeah, the clothes kind of stand out for the most part. They're wearing the standard, research attire. The white.
How absolutely ruined are these bodies? Like, did something rip and tear through
Alright,
them?
we're not following the pretty boy, we're investigating the
what
corpses
it looks like is, for the most part, is that they're together. The reason why they're apart is because of just age. Like their ligaments and things that would keep them
Okay,
together
so
is
we're
falling
like-
apart.
now. There would be no, like, signs of trauma to induce
tell.
them. Okay. Without investigating.
Not necessarily that, but it's just like physically
old.
their bones are okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
So this happened. They must have died a long time ago.
Maybe not even a long time ago. Maybe. Okay, maybe.
I wouldn't necessarily say a long time ago. It's totally possible that they've died. Not recently, because they wouldn't look like this. But they've died longer than the guy in the first room.
Yeah.
I concur.
The guy in the first room still had, like, intestines. These guys kind of don't. Because, but they still have facial features and things. It's not like they're fully gone.
Do you have like name tags or something?
Would you roll?
8?
No.
No, okay.
If we're actually discussing this with the undead guy, I would go over there and look at the bodies myself.
Yeah.
Investigation, baby! What is my investigation again? Investigation, that is a +4. Come on, anything higher than an 8. That's a 10. I don't see shit. I go, yeah. I like lean over next to Graveyard. I'll make the same like chin stroking measure, like yeah,
Spider-Verse where it's the little,
there's
and then the one comes in.
yes, those are indeed bodies, aren't they?
These bodies are made of bodies.
Yeah,
Dang, I'm
Can't give you
sorry.
much, sorry.
I'm sorry, gang.
Do you
I'm
want me to try?
I mean,
Yes,
if it's in character, we're all 3 staring at these bodies.
this is a body. This is dead, it's a body.
Wow, look at that body.
This one, maybe that burst. I don't know.
Oh, I think I'm our savior. Where's my investigation? 21.
Oh.
Ooh, all right.
You find...
Thank you, Rogue.
Okay, you
You're
find 2
welcome.
name tags.
All right. They say anything?
Yep.
Random name generator, baby.
No, not a random name.
Tristan's really good at just going name. These must be important.
No. I just gave him a name.
No,
Literally just a name.
the name is name. James name's James Days.
Let's see here. You find one that says Mrs. Highrock
A lady.
and Dr. Swinston.
Swinston?
Yes.
Swinston.
Yes.
I rock.
I love that name.
Wow.
Would you
Because they're nerds.
cause of death?
Nerd.
Brain too big. Would you say those names out loud? Would you tell us those
Yes.
names? Would I recognize either of those names as a fellow researcher?
Many brain
I mean,
cells.
that's a lot of names I have to remember.
Have you been to the hospital?
Yes.
A lot?
Maybe not a lot, but at
Then no.
least recent. Oh man! All right. I was so excited to roll some dice. So that's okay, bud. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
You're telling me researchers wouldn't talk to each other?
If they're in different fields, I'm assuming no, unless it was some sort of like gathering of scholars.
Crossover episode.
Crossover episode?
I would assume like a gala or something, or like.
Nope. It's a crossover.
That's fair. Multiverse style.
Do you say the names? I forget.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone hears it. Elghinn's unfazed.
Alright. Or
Do I find anything else on these bodies?
Why do you say that then?
Nope. Nothing else.
Alright. Then we move on to the next room. In agreement? Following the undead guy?
Yeah, you guys can do that.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait, excuse
scared.
me?
He should hold my hand. It's dark in
How
here.
tall are you?
5'5".
Okay, I gotta say.
No, I think I'm 5'4" actually.
Okay.
You're tiny.
Pequeño. So you have to like hold it up a piece.
Puppies! So, what are we doing?
I'm going with the undead guy to the next room.
Right.
Which way? This way. So like this room.
To the left, yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Oh no!
Sure, yeah.
Before we split off, I'm gonna say to Grevil, remember, do not touch anything.
Anything?
Anything.
We just touch his bodies.
No tomb. No tomb. I'm setting 3 rules. No tombs.
Tomb.
No scythe. No change. Chains. Chains. No chains.
No chains.
So anything that is even resembling anything arcane, you do not touch.
I wouldn't want to anyway.
Exactly. So do not touch them.
Fair.
All right.
Fair.
I'm gonna get into the fountain.
At least he's bathing.
At least he's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, like it all just turns muddy brown, and oh
I just
no.
want to see what's going on in here.
You step into. I'm gonna break to you first. Yeah. You step into the water. As soon as you step in, you see dirt come off of your legs and everything. Into the water. It's water, and there's a scythe with chains strapped to it.
You know what? Great time to take a bath.
You're just gonna bathe yourself.
Oh my god.
Not like
You're just laying.
not like undressed, but I'll just like lay down and be like, you know
You
what?
just lay
Maybe
in
it's
the
time.
water.
Maybe it's time to let
You
some of
just
this
lay in the
off.
water. Yeah. You lay in the water.
Would we
Float.
see this passing?
Yeah,
Like,
you see him like
we look-
when you're passing. As soon as you you look over and you're still walking. You see him just walk into the fountain, and that was about it.
I look
He's just
I look over to I look over to Noccora. Like, should we be concerned about him laying down or getting into the fountain? Like, it was just
at
water,
least he's
right?
bathing.
Oh, that is a step up.
Also, the water is just water,
Fair.
so I wouldn't worry.
All right. Maybe I'm just paranoid. I apologize.
You guys make it to that little room up the top left-hand corner. It is sealed with just iron doors. Either of you can walk up to the doors first. I don't care.
I walk up to the doors. This door?
Yep.
Okay. I walk up to the door. I give it one big knock. I just touch it.
You knock on it.
I knock on it. No, I use my quarterstaff.
Are
to
you
touch
sure?
It. But the DM
What do you
says,
wanna
"Are you
do?"
sure?" Okay. Arcana check on the door first. Listen, this is like the one thing I'm good at, so
Yeah,
give
no,
me
go
this.
ahead, I'm not gonna stop
Arcana
you.
check. All right, +6. That's a 13. It's not great.
You put your hands up with magic coming from your
Yeah.
fingers to see if you can try to figure something out. Elghinn goes, "It's a door. Just open it.
I slowly look. It's like, but it could have been a magic.
It's
book.
not magically enchanted."
Well, how was I supposed to know that? Unless I didn't check.
Fair.
So at that point, I would stand a little bit away from the door and use my staff to push it
I feel
open.
like you guys are afraid it's gonna be another mimic.
Honestly, a little bit, yeah. Can you blame a man? The last one we fought was an outhouse.
The door is locked.
Oh, great. I slowly look over to it. Noccora.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you any good at picking locks?
Only if you beg.
I turn over to the other.
You can look at Elghinn if you want.
Elghinn is like, do you know how to pick locks? I do
Sure.
know. Can you attempt to pick the lock?
He
please?
goes, sure. And
Thank
he walks up past you and he goes, you're an interesting one. To you, Noccora, because you're just so strange. He walks up to the door and he looks at it, and from under his robes, a skeleton tail comes out with a piercing, end to it.
Oh, dear God.
And it puts itself into the lock, and you hear it click in the lock. And it slowly slithers back underneath his cloak.
I look over.
And he grabs the handle, opens it, and he goes,
I walk past him, that was that a tail?
yes.
Fascinating. And I just walk into it. And I take her hand and drag her along before she can
normal
sit.
for you, Daddy.
I promised the mask only for you.
You walk into a room. This room is tiny,
You're small.
but there's crystals on a desk.
Crystals.
And a bunch more on a bookshelf. But the ones on the bookshelf are clear. The ones on the desk are clear, but have a green swirling something inside.
One more Arcana check, just to make sure there's nothing
I'm not
wrong
gonna
with
stop
these. Nothing wrong with these. Nothing wrong with these. That is a nat 20. That's a 26.
You said that 20?
Nat 20.
You know these. These are recording crystals.
Oh,
They're,
okay. Would I know how to
they
activate?
record your audio as well as visually.
Okay, would I know how to activate these?
Yeah, you just put a little bit of arcane magic into them. You
Okay.
just put a little bit of magic and they activate, and then you basically push it against a wall or something. It's almost like a projector.
Okay. Then I would do just that.
When you grab one, and before you even activate it to play it, it says document 3.
I would hold it for a sec. I'd put it back down and try to pick each one to see if we can find the first. If that's 3,
Yeah.
then maybe there's
Sure,
a 1.
you do find document 1.
Okay, we'll start with that one.
You hear basically a very standard, almost like your text reader type thing nowadays. Basically say, document 1 15 months ago from this point, from this time that you're existing in. And what you see is this room kept up a little bit cleaner now. And you see a person standing there. This is a God, I forget what they are. This is a human standing in front of the main camera. And behind him, you will see another human, 2 other humans. I'm sorry, a female dwarf, a drow, and a elf, all standing behind him. And he goes, "My name is Dr. Idrosis. I am accompanied by Dr. Swinston, Dr. Tempest, Mrs. Hyrock, Mr. Drod, and Dr. Sneeze. We've been hired by Scott to research the fullest capabilities and full life reanimation. We are promised to be paid handsomely, and our jobs and families will be safe even if brought to court regarding allegations of illegal research. We are located 3 miles from the Aramorian graveyard underground. It is important to note what is meant by full reanimation. Full reanimation refers to bringing one back from the dead, back to their original body using their original soul, with no loss or negative outcome over the death period beyond what a typical spell can bring back from the dead. Our research does not focus on normal necromancy, reanimation, or undead creatures. Nothing of that sort. Research will begin as soon as we settle in."
Pick up still number 2.
Yeah, there's no number 2. The voice goes, "Document 2, 14 months ago from now. The research is going well." This is Idrosis again. It's just him now in this room. He seems still healthy, nothing weird, it's just him now. He goes, Research is going well. Granted, we are still in just the analyzing phases of what defines a soul in a body. It is important to note that we have a hunch that the connection between a body and someone's soul is controlled by some sort of arcane magic beyond our understanding and comprehension. We give this title life magic. Our initial tests have given us no outcomes.
Crystal number 3.
Yep. Crystal number 3, there's one more after this one on that table. You hear document 3, 12 months ago. He draws this back on the screen. Again, same room, nothing crazy. He goes, life magic has been researched and we have found our best understanding of it. Every living being is born with an innate magic ability that attaches the soul to the body, so that the soul cannot leave its physical body. We want to find the ability to take someone's already severed soul before it moves to heaven or hell or to another plane. This, of course, is impossible given the inhumane actions of finding someone dying and trying to experiment on them. A new plan will be thought of.
Crystal number 4.
And document 4 goes 10 months ago. We have successfully he looks a little bit more tired now. You can see under his eyes, he's just kind of exhausted. He goes, we have successfully figured out a way to get people to join our cause for research. Dr. Swinston has created a new plan within the Aramorian hospital. Those that are on their deathbed, unable to recover, can sign our agreement and we can proceed with our studies out here. This involves taking them from the hospital and to our facilities here. We have found out how to medically remove someone's soul from their body. We have conducted reanimation on the past body and soul resulted in many undead creatures such as zombies. In other important notes, Dr. Tempest has left our facility and had signed a death contract. If he were to inform this facility of the intentions of this facility, he will die. He is weak-minded and informed me that what I am doing will lead me to madness and kill everyone else with it. The last thing he says is, I think he's full of shit. And he turns it off.
How long have they been gone?
A while.
Yeah.
A while. I'm
going to start
literally about to flash back to you.
Yeah, I'm fully bathing. I'm getting the.
Are you naked?
Yeah, I'm getting it out of the clothes.
You're
I'm like,
you're
why not?
doffing your armor?
Yep.
I would put that on your sheet, man.
Can you do me a huge favor?
Sure.
Can you roll me a intelligence check?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
I'm winging this, man. I don't know what intelligence does.
It's my least favored. 8 again.
8. You hear whispers
Oh, no.
Ah.
from behind you, which is what the scythe is.
Oh.
You hear... It's whispers of, like, screaming, some talking, but nothing directed towards you.
Okay. I'll just keep bathing.
Yep. Just...
Why is this baby?
It's a nice white noise.
Almost,
Yeah.
but there's words. Like, you can pick out words.
Yeah.
You hear something like, run. Why? Why me? Where am I?
Alright.
Okay. He was bathing.
Yep.
But the fucking water's cold as hell.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's cold, man. And yeah,
It's still raining, or it's still like soggy
Yeah.
from the.
It's
yeah.
like a shower. That doesn't
yeah, he's like,
Very weak shower.
he found like a huge opening that's dropping a lot of water, and he just stands underneath that, and he's just bathing himself.
I can't wait till he comes back to the tavern completely bathed.
Yeah, that's gonna be really fucking weird.
After this adventure underground, all right.
Is there anything else you want to do other than bathe yourself here? Bathe yourself here. There we go.
Oh, no.
Dude's gonna come out smelling like roses.
And the undead.
I'm gonna go back to you guys because he's just
All right.
bathing.
Yeah. I just turned back to Edwin. He's like, you recognize any of those people?
Dr. Tempest.
What about him?
He's from the city. He's a friend of mine.
Have you seen him recently?
I haven't visited him in a little while.
How long has it been a while?
A year.
Well,
Trust me when I say this, they don't think Tempest is in any danger. Seems like he ran away in time.
well, that's a relief to hear. And I didn't see his name on any of the name cards that we found. So
I mean, I've only counted 4 bodies. There could be more. I haven't explored this.
that's fair. Maybe we should go back to check on check on Gladiator. I saw him veer off to the fountain. Should we like check up on him?
Is there anything else in this room, or
Was this the crystals?
Just
and
the
the
crystals.
desk.
is there any other doors or anything?
Not there. No.
Okay.
Sure. Are all three of us going to the fountain to see what he's doing?
I guess so.
Are we talking to say anything while we're turning
took
the
a
When
while,
you go
right?
through this seal, you hear water movement
Okay.
and stuff.
Oh, dear.
You hear walking. Okay. As soon
Alright.
as you guys round the corner, you see his butt, like from the back.
I go. I guess I was like speaking to Noccora about like how, like just about something in the room, and then I just go, "Oh my god!"
Elghinn.
I immediately like cover my.
Some good
eyes.
water, man.
I don't want to see any of that.
Yo, you cheeked up.
Elghinn goes, that must be absolutely freezing.
It's alright. I've had better.
Okay. What
do
better
you-
time than now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any soap, or are you just
No,
moistening?
I'm just moistening.
Oh.
He turns
Rinsing.
around. You turn
Oh
around.
Yeah.
gosh! I like at that moment. As soon as he turns around, I like peer my ears, my eyes over. Is like, is he got? Oh god!
I think I'm about done now. I'll start getting dressed.
What?
Is he packing?
Your character?
Sure.
You can pack.
Just average.
Average.
Average while
There's also
flaccid.
a cold thing, so it's not a good.
Yeah.
There's a cold bath. It's not
Freezing.
pretty.
Man looks like an acorn right now. He's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn my finger this way a little bit. You ain't seeing this. You guys are watching. 'Cause you
I'm
guys are
laughing
whores.
hysterically at this because this is the best thing I've ever seen.
Elghinn is just completely not perturbed. He's not giving much feedback into the situation. He's just
I'm
standing
slowly bashing my head into a wall.
there.
Yeah, I'll get dressed.
Yeah, you get dressed. You're clothes
Like
are soaked.
between thumbs, I just shout, "Tell me when he's wearing pants at least."
Yes, he's wearing pants.
Oh, thank God. And I turned around, I was like, "Why are you doing that?"
Well, you're taking a while. I just figured I would.
He said it already. Never like better time than now.
Yeah.
At least
You're not used to doing this adventuring thing, are you?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Neither was I.
What? I turned to Ed Queen and I go,
Ed Queen.
the fact that you don't. It's you can call him whatever you want. It's Elghinn, but I love the
Elghinn.
fact that you keep calling him Egwene.
Linguini.
Linguini. I like Linguini over here. I'm talking
one more time for the memory.
Elghinn.
Elghinn. Okay.
Do any of you speak Drow?
Me?
Do any of you speak Drow?
No.
Okay.
The scythe's like whispering to me, I think.
The scythe is what?
Yeah, it's like whispering to me.
The scythe is.
Yeah, they were watching me while I was
Whis-
taking my bath. It was kind of weird.
Why is it whispers?
Yeah.
And you understood them?
Yeah.
Noccora, you see Elghinn look off, like up to his right for a second, and you see him listening to something, and then about a few seconds later he nods, and then he pays attention back to the conversation.
What was that, buddy?
He goes, "Sorry."
It looks like you were listening to something. Did you hear something?
Oh, yes. I am followed by a creature? A person? Of past? He follows me.
What's he saying?
He can hear the voices.
Oh. What are they saying?
He says it's intelligible. There's no real meaning to it. I do not hear them.
I also.
He's not of this plane, so.
I turned and I was like, "Can your bird understand any of this?" Just curious.
The bird that's on my
The
shoulder.
bird that's on your shoulder.
This is a bird.
Hey, ravens are intelligent.
This bird is very intelligent.
Is your friend the bird?
No.
Okay. Just making
That
sure.
would.
This is my familiar.
He's a very pretty bird.
I'm gonna investigate the scythe.
The bird just
No, what?
nods at you.
Wait, while we're having this conversation about his bird, you're walking over to the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate the scythe.
Jesus.
Get a little closer.
Jesus Christ. I look over to.
That's another 8. Straight 8s.
Are you touching the site?
No, I'm just looking at it.
Oh, thank
How
God.
it got
The
there,
whispers
maybe.
get louder.
Okay.
I look over to him and I go, he's loose! And I run over and I pull him away from the side. What did we say about touching the
I'm
side?
not touching it.
Okay, well you got dangerously close to touching the
I'm
side.
not even that close.
It looked like you were going to touch
I think
the
you're
side.
scared of it. I think you're a little scaredy guy.
Pretty birdie.
The bird's still
I'm
on
still
it.
over there, like he's the.
Elghinn grabs the bird and puts it on your shoulder.
Oh, hi.
You know, Jerry and Rex are gonna smell that you got another animal on you.
Oh, don't worry, it's not him.
Oh. See? Fair. It's okay.
Does he
Give
say
the
that
bird
in
a
character?
Yeah. He's like, it's not an animal.
I'm gonna give the bird a little head scritch.
Does it talk? Can it communicate anything?
It can communicate to me. It is a familiar.
Huh. And I look.
So is the scythe like it's in the fountain, like sticking up?
Yeah. Okay.
It's in there
Accidentally.
deep.
Blade in. It's like,
And I'm slowly pulling him away from
Yeah.
the side. Am I able to hear the voices at this point? If I'm at least getting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If I get closer, can I investigate again?
no.
I will investigate the side
Without touching it, I hope.
without touching it. Investigation is a +4.
Elghinn looks at you and he goes, is your wizard constantly paranoid?
Yes. He does not have
That is a
children.
nat 20, baby. That's a 24. Hoo-ah. I'm investigating so hard right now.
He's over there like...
Brain blast.
What are you trying to investigate for?
Mostly to see if I can see the runes, if I can interpret.
There's no runes on the side.
No runes on the side. I'm gonna see if like there's any like kind of like if there's any residue of any kind of blood on the side, like it was used recently, or
No.
like how deep it was into the stone, and if any, it looks like it has been. Oh, jeez, that far. Jeez. Okay. All right.
How safe?
Oh, were there like any cracks around like where it was? So it looks like it was like slid in like butter. Like a Gmod.
Sorry, I'm
clipped
saying yes to
into-
all this. I
Oh,
realize
yeah.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
yes.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm saying yes to all
So like it looks like someone Gmod clipped this
this.
side
Yes. Yep.
into
Yep.
the.
It looks like it got clipped into the stone. Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'll tell you a couple more things.
Okay.
This, you can immediately tell this is not your typical side. Something
Yeah.
else is about this. You have a feeling that the fact that there's whispers coming off of it, there might be something in it.
Ooh.
Like a housing.
Souls.
All right.
Does it look safe?
No.
You think
not
this thing is cursed?
Safe.
Essentially.
Definitely.
You think this thing is cursed? Like, you don't know if it's a curse or what is on it, but there is
All right.
something there.
I think the thing we need to take away from this is that we do not touch it.
You really want to touch it?
Do not touch it. Don't do it. Don't touch it. That was the one rule. I give you the one rule. Do not touch it. Do not touch the side. Do not touch the chains. Do not touch the tombs. And you're thinking about doing the one thing, one of those things. And I
do
need
you
to stop
recommend?
you from
Undead
doing
guy?
those. What?
He looks at me.
What's the thing
you're
inside?
talking to me now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I recommend you don't touch it.
Thank
Any reason
you.
why, or
Thank you, Ed Green.
other than like
He looks
losing
at
my
you and he
body?
goes, you can call me Kor, if that's better.
Core?
Kor. That's my last name.
Perfect.
Sure.
Core. Thank you.
I don't recommend it. There's some sort of something on it or in it. Grabbing it, we don't know whether or not it's going to possess you or curse you. And honestly, I don't feel like dealing with it.
Arcana check on the side.
You get possessed, you
No.
can't drink
No.
I already did
anymore.
investigation, I counted
Oh,
that as zero.
true. Okay.
And I know you like that, so like, if you're possessed, they're not gonna let you back in the city, and you're not gonna be able to drink at the tavern with your buddy anymore.
I'm sorry, are you telling this man that he's not allowed to drink? Are you using the fact that he can't drink as a manipulation point?
Honestly, I think
It's not a
would be
manipulation
rather-
point if he's possessed. He
I'm gonna
can't
touch the
go back to
scythe.
the
No!
tavern.
I
gonna
grapple
touch
him.
it.
I
Just
grapple
poke
him. I don't care how weak I am. I will try
Contested?
to grapple this man.
Will that be strength?
Okay. Yeah, contested strength.
Your strength, your acrobatics.
Okay. I'm a -3. I don't care. I'm trying so hard. Jesus Christ.
18.
I got a 9. I try to push him away and
You
it
like grab him, he goes like that. You go up to touch it, and your finger stops before it even gets to it.
Oh, that's weird. Can I like?
You see Elghinn holding his hand up with a spell.
Oh,
Oh, thank gods. Kor, thank you. I'm so sorry about this blithering idiots!
Something touches you.
Oh.
It slowly pushes you back. Gently. It's not like it's like forcing you. It's just pushing you out of the water.
Fine.
At this
Ruining
point,
all the fun.
I'm like...
I highly recommend you do not touch it.
I'm gonna go back to the wall that I was thumping my head into and do that a few more times so I can collect myself. I'm once again going to bang my head into a wall because I cannot deal with this man.
You're banging your head, you're getting pushed out of the water. Noccora, you're standing there with him, and he goes, "Milady, please advise me of something. How long have you been together? All of you."
Not very long.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's fine.
Those two have never adventured before. I have.
Okay. Right.
That's why I'm not being an idiot.
I mean, nothing says interest in me having a paranoid wizard and someone that just does his thing. And I
The paranoid wizard can still hear you.
yes.
I forget doing my own thing.
You walk in, perfect. You walk there and you come around right when you like gets up to the corner. A zombie comes around the corner and it runs into you
Oh.
and it goes.
Name
It
tag
was
on
like
this one?
offended.
What I hear in this
Yeah.
in the room, what I
You
hear,
hear
what
name
does it
tag on
say?
this one,
What
too?
does it say? What does it say?
No, there's no name tag on this one.
Oh. Is
What
this
does
one
it
of
say?
yours?
What does
Yes.
it say?
Okay. I
What
push
does
it
he say?
aside.
What does he say? What does he say?
It's like stumbles.
And I continue onward.
You have no you don't hear what you're just hearing me scream. You have absolutely no respect for this holy sacred place.
And Elghinn goes, "Okay, come here, Finn. Come on." The zombie like looks over at him and he like stumbles over. He trips over a chair and eats it. He's like, "Oh, Finn, please get up." Finn just lays there. He's like, "You're not dead. You didn't die. You're undead. You can't die until you like get up." And he just slowly gets back up and he's like, "God, come here." And he walks over and Finn stands in front of him and he sits there for a second. Nothing really happens and he goes, "Okay. Finn has advised me that there is another room. Bottom left of this cavernous wasteland.
Want to go investigate?
I prefer."
Alright. Let's go.
Would we pass him, or is he going off in his own
Where
direction?
are you
I
going?
assume that's
Oh,
the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
All right, then we are.
I'm gonna knock
catching
on the
up.
door if there's a
We're
door.
catching
You guys
up to
come
him.
around. I'm gonna let you knock, yeah. You guys come around to him knocking on the door.
Oh jeez, what? Oh, I should have made another rule. Don't touch any doors, especially not you.
You knock on it.
No response.
Nope.
Is it another iron door?
Yep.
Okay. Does it have a lock on it again?
I'll try to
I
open
don't
it.
know. You want to try to open it?
Yeah.
As soon as you grab it, it starts burning.
Oh.
Oh,
Can I still do it anyway, or is it
Nope.
just like...
It's locked, but it burns.
Okay.
You're not gonna take damage. I'm not gonna do that
Yeah.
to you. But it burns to a point where it's like, okay, I gotta let go of that.
Alrighty. This looks magical in nature.
Can I-
Yeah, you do the thing, Magic Man.
Oh jeez, what? Can I do anything? I
You want
can.
Noccora?
No, you
What's
do
that?
anything.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
You what?
I was just gonna see if I could feel heat coming off of the doorknob, like if there was a fire in there or something.
No, you don't feel heat coming off of it.
Okay. I, as a cantrip, just learned Mage Hand. And I'm going to cast Mage Hand to see if he can open the door.
No, you can't.
Dang it!
How much hand usage, like touching the doorknob, do I have to do to pick a lock?
0.
Okay.
You have Mage Hand that can do it for you.
I'm gonna use my mage hand to pick a lock.
You got Mage Hand?
I do.
Yes, she's granted it, and it can do more than just your typical Mage Hand. You can
Yep.
pickpocket people and unlock locks.
It's
Really?
like a thieves
Yep.
mage hand.
Dang! That's arcane trick.
You have
Didn't do
proficiency
people.
with it, so add your proficiency.
Okay. What's my? Is it like magic proficiency?
No, just your proficiency in general.
Proficient.
18.
Sure, yeah, it unlocks.
Awesome. I'm
Wait,
going
it was
to
locked? That's
kick the door open. Just like a little nudge it open so I don't touch the doorknob.
It doesn't open. It buckles. Because it's a latch. You still have to touch the doorknob to get it to open.
Ah, yes.
That's my Mage Hands were full. I still got.
It's locked, my guy. Your Mage Hand can't unlock things.
I'm gonna have my mage hand open the door.
Yeah.
All right. Can our Mage Hands
Two
just high
floating heads
five?
now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mage Hand high five. And then they dispel. Like a puff of what color?
Actually, I'm going to take a moment real quick. The door actually miraculously unlocks. No one sees anything happen.
My mage hand is invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, suddenly the door unlocks.
Oh wait, my
and
mage
opens.
hand is not.
I'm gonna pretend like I did it with my.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah. I did it magically.
You can see my You can see my
Yes,
mage
we
hand.
can see.
Yes, mine is like a.
I wanna know if he's astonished by this though.
Mine is like a bluish hand.
Mine is completely clear, and you think that I just did it with my hand, like magic.
I would be able to tell if this is mage hand, right? Probably, since I also
Mine's
know the spell.
completely invisible.
Because no, but it's verbal, isn't it?
I mean, if you really want to hide it, then use deception versus your perception.
I'm gonna
my
deceit.
my perception's so fucking good, man.
What's my deception?
I perceive all.
My deception is a +5.
Oh damn! I may not be able to perceive
I'm a
this,
fucking
bro.
liar.
That's a dirty 20, baby. Be that dirty 20. Ha ha ha. I know things. I see things. I know all.
Are you good over
I
there?
am so good.
Oh, I know.
13, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Haha, I know it.
Beats me.
I know it. I see you wiggling your hands and I
She
know
goes
it.
up, doesn't actually touch the door, and then unlocks. Do you assume that it's a
Mage
spell?
hand? Yeah, I assume
But you
it's a
don't
spell.
quite know if it's mage hand. Yeah, you kind of have a hunch there.
Alright.
I
Then we
did
don't.
magic.
Then we don't mage hand high five.
All right, let's go in.
Alrighty.
She opens the door.
Yeah.
The door opens in. Freezing cold in this room.
Oh, geez.
Absolutely freezing cold in this room.
I pull my cloak closer.
When you
to
go
me.
in, on the left side of the room is a body. That's mostly preserved because of how cold it is.
Can I look at it? See if
Yes.
it has a name tag?
You don't need to roll anything. It's Dr. Edrosis,
Edrosis. What's that one?
the one that's talking on the thing.
The main one. The important
The
one.
guy.
And on the right side of this room, in that little cubby, sits more of those crystals.
So he was documenting as he was hiding from the thing that was hurting them. I'm assuming.
Let's go look at the body.
Oh, okay. You're gonna look at the body. I'm gonna do like a little prayer for him.
To
This nerd doing religion stuff.
Praises Geist.
Holy You have rolled
Interrolls
so
of 4, baby.
unbelievably bad this
Oh, that's
whole game.
amazing.
I think every roll you've done has been under 10.
Ladies
think
and
there's
gentlemen,
130,
that was
20 in there.
another
Oh
So
my
you think of one?
God.
That was your one good roll, and that
Yeah.
was what?
Your numbers are not with you right now.
It's working for the character,
Holy
honestly.
crap. You rolled a what?
4.
He's a doctor.
But is he
Doctor.
really?
It's Dr. Edrosis.
Don't know who that is.
That's true. That's what it says. He's Dr.
Yeah.
Edrosis.
Alright.
All right.
I want to go over to the crystals.
Yeah.
The Quinner.
Yeah.
Do you have to do any magic to read them? I can't
I
remember.
asked Kor. You don't happen to know any resurrection magic, do you?
He looks at Noccora and goes, "Did you not hear when I said I'm a necromancer?"
Hey,
I don't want to be rude. That's not where I'm going here
Listen,
for. But
it's
it's
been
just
a
like
long day, and I had to deal with that
I do necromancy.
fucking guy.
That's what I do.
Is there any way we could reanimate this corpse and maybe get some information, or is that not how this works?
Can't do that.
Thought
I can bring
used
him back to serve me. But
I
that's
don't.
fine.
I don't think we need that.
It's kind of hot. Anyways.
You need to stop
you got
being a
problems.
little horny bastard.
Well, maybe if somebody would let me use the whip.
I mean, we got a dead body here. You can use the whip all you want.
I go up and I grab like the crystals to figure out which one is which for number 1, and I do this basically same thing.
I think Tristan should get a cloak and actually record these videos for us
Be a
to
little
watch.
science man.
It'd be fun, actually.
Little science guy, Bill Nye the Science Lad.
You said you're activating the crystals?
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing as I did before.
Yeah, bear
to
with me.
find
It's
the
just a
one.
few more, and then we'll get through that fun stuff.
Alright.
Crystals.
The crystals!
The meth.
Crystals.
Document 5, 8 months ago from now.
It's meth.
It is.
He comes on, he looks tired, but he also looks pissed. And he goes, We have now tried to take souls from several severed bodies and put them into constructs. However, this just results in a typical construct willing to serve. Furthermore, these constructs do not take on any of the traits of the original soul. We have concluded that when taking a severed soul and moving it to a new construct, the soul becomes a new arcane kind of power and loses all past lives that the soul was. This has proven frustrating to us. This informs that the life magic connecting a person to their soul requires to always be in play even after taking the soul out of the body and severed. Somehow we need to create life magic of a person's original body and move it to a new body or construct for this to work. Video ends. Document 6 months ago. He looks tired, and like lightweight in the sense that he's been starving. And his eyes have become almost not like inspiring to figure this out or excited to figure out more. They become dull and annoyed. You can see it. But you can still see something in his eyes in a sense of glimmer, but not in the glimmer of like, yeah. It's like, I figured things out. It's not necessarily a good thing, you know? It goes 6 months ago. Dr. Swinston had an accident with a patient. He was deceased and was unable to medically remove the disease from said patient, and that disease had entered Dr. Swinston's body. Therefore, no time like the present, we had taken the opportunity to use Dr. Swinston for our studies. We are able to remove the soul before his death, and we were able to hold his soul in a metal coffin. We then attempted to drain his body of his life magic in attempts to move it while the soul was considered still connected in the tube. This was proven useless. When the test failed, we lost the life magic before we could get it transferred. 5 months ago, document 7. Same look of him. He goes, I figured it out. I found out how to keep someone's life magic intact. We just need another living being with life magic already in them. I plan to use Mrs. Hyrock as the life magic host for our next subject. The only issue is since Dr. Swinston passed, we have no new subjects. Maybe we can manipulate our own life magics between each other and see what happens. In this video, document 8, he looks still skinny, like hungry. Almost like his eyes become soulless in the sense of like, there's no human in there anymore. Like it's only research, study, like get this shit pumped out. You also see that he seems almost like bloodlust in a way. Like hungry in the sense of just like, gotta study, gotta figure out more kind of thing, you know? 4 months ago, Mrs. Hyrock was a good-spirited woman, willing to give the life to others. However, after moving Dr. Sweeze's life magic over to Mrs. Hyrock, the soul of Sweeze became tainted and severed from Hyrock. Not only that, but Sweeze's soul ripped Hyrock's soul from her own body, causing both life magics to die and the two souls to roam freely. I immediately sealed both souls in the metal tombs, hoping to use them before they were able to become, quote, tainted. Myself and Dr. Drod have concluded that when someone's soul leaves the body and enters another plane, or hell or heaven, returns back to this one, they are considered tainted, and result in some sort of evil-like wisp. This, of course, is all in theory, and we won't know since they are in tombs.
I immediately look over to Grevil and I go, no.
Document 9, 3 months ago. He looks angry. He goes, Dr. Drod had informed me he no longer wants to research for Scar, and informed me that my past methods using Dr. Sweezes as a subject with no real desire to keep him alive is of concern to him. Dr. Drod left the research and was a valuable subject to the cause. I think if Drod stayed working, he would have been able to see what I have come up with. Document 10, 2.5 months ago. He is smiling. But it's not a comfortable smile. He goes, I did it. I successfully severed my soul from my body and placed it back with no loss of purity of who I am, no loss of body composition. I have my own thoughts, and I will still continue to live. Oh, Dr. Drod, you would be astounded. I have removed Dr. Drod's soul from his body. At the same instance, I was able to transfer the subject's life magic to me. As soon as I did that, I attached the subject's soul to me and severed my own. Between my soul leaving and the subject's entering, I have no memory of. However, the machine I set in place did exactly what was needed. Once the subject's soul entered my body with my own and subject's life magic, moments after the machine removed the subject's life magic and reintroduced my soul to my existing life magic. Subject's soul existing back to my life magic. Once I gained the consciousness, I could temporarily feel the subject's mind, soul, feelings, including my own in my own body, as if it was there naturally. Removed by my own life magic and reattached to my soul again. The subject's soul was then considered tainted, and I moved it to a tomb. I survived death. He smiles. He goes, I beat him at his own game. This has to be fleshed out completely, and introduced to Scar immediately. The tough thing is, it requires a living subject to complete the transfer. Document 11, 2 months ago. In this video, he is rotting away. His skin is pale, his eyes are black. He looks dead. He goes, my physical body is failing. Extremities are rotting and tearing off. Even though a full connection of my own original soul, without being tainted, somehow has gone wrong. I need to know what happened, what I missed before I lose my body. I've been having trouble sleeping. When I do sleep, I see a being of shadow, with a white skull mask and a scythe. Is this death? Is he coming for me? Video ends. Document 12. About a month and a quarter, I put an extra one in before. It's like right after this one. He looks even more. Now it's like on his, like you can see his skin kind of like sliding off of him. He goes, my fingers are no longer usable, and walking has become impossible. I use my own magic to be able to interact and move. I found what went wrong. It wasn't the soul that was tainted, it was my own life magic. My theory is you can't use someone else's life magic as a battery, essentially, when reintroducing your own soul to your body. It naturally goes against the creation of whatever gods created us. My research has failed here in full reanimation. However, whatever Scar member finds this, take the research. I think more can be done. Document 13, this is the last one. 1 month ago. Death came. But it wasn't death. No. It wasn't. It was many souls all trapped in one, yelling, screaming, all serving a being of higher power. It was sent to take care of the creatures that cheated death. I still see myself as the victor. He's barely smiling. It carried a scythe. I went on a hunch and assumed that can rip apart attached bodies and souls. I was able to get it to strike itself using my own body. It struck through me and into itself. I now lay here watching the souls as enter the scythe. I too am going to be severed into the scythe soon as well. I can feel my soul being ripped apart as I speak. I've created one last binding if anyone finds this place. The 4 men and women that were here to research their souls stuck in the tombs are going to be chained to the scythe, in which my own soul and many others lie. With this will prevent the souls from leaving the scythe. Please, Scar, if you find the scythe, remove the chains and free me. I look back on this research, and I still think Tempest was wrong. This research was perfect, and this needed to happen. If only he were to sacrifice his own life, like we all willingly did. I did nothing wrong. I wear no sins. Let the divine choose my sentence, not this creature, the soul reaper.
Alright, well, we got the evidence. Let's get it.
Well, we want to collect the crystals?
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
That's what we came here to do.
Should we free the souls?
I think not. We got what we came
So
for.
we should
I don't
touch
think
the
we
scythe
should.
is what I'm hearing.
No. No.
Kor,
He's standing there.
what do you think? Should we free the souls?
Well, let's look at it this way. There are souls of great power in that scythe. The tombs are sealing that scythe in place. Either we remove it, or Scar does, whatever Scar is.
I believe it's a
We were
wagon.
told to torch this place.
I don't like this.
If we remove the scythe, we can take it back. We can give it to the government. We can do something with it. We need to get it removed or destroyed. I have a feeling, though, it might not be able to be destroyed.
So I'm hearing we should touch it. We should touch the scythe. That's what I'm hearing.
I feel as though we should release the souls because they shouldn't be trapped here.
It goes against my good nature, but I suppose we should save the souls. But
Why would that be against your good nature?
First, we do what we came here to do. I'm collecting these crystals. I want to put all the crystals
Yeah,
in
you
there.
get the other ones from the other room, too.
Yeah. And I meet up with them. I was like, okay, I have all the crystals. I need to put these in a safe space.
Now
And
the
I wa-
research. Do we want to collect? Is this the research?
I'm assuming like the
That's-
crystals are the research.
Okay,
At least the
alright.
documentation of the research.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell everyone to stay in this room, and I'm going to go to the exit where, like over here, where we first came down.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the crystals next to the entrance, so that way they are not damaged by anything.
Sure.
So I'm going to put them there, all like what, 10 of them?
Give it to the
of them?
It's
raccoons.
a little more than that.
Yeah.
13.
The raccoon, yeah. No, the raccoons went up already.
I mean, I can call them back.
You can call them.
I thought they were just staying in the room.
No, I thought
They went upstairs.
Oh.
Yeah, they went upstairs. So I'm gonna put them by the base, so that way we can just easily grab them and go if things go haywire.
Yeah.
And that way they can't get damaged if anything
I don't
happens if we
trust
touch the side.
I want to touch it.
Of course, we're gonna
I
touch it.
am gonna. Can I call Rex and Jerry back to me? No.
They're too far.
You should have gotten that reinforced loop,
I should have
trained them before we left.
trained them with.
Okay, if he's going to touch the side, I do think we should all go with him to make sure he doesn't die.
Yes.
I learned
Maybe
my
we
lesson.
should have the undead man pull the scythe.
What do we think? Kor?
I don't know. Do you have a soul?
Yes.
He looks at you and he goes, "What an odd question.
Yeah.
I have a personality, don't I?"
Yeah.
Very nice one.
Stop. I go like dead face and I go.
From what I understand, because from what I understand, I have someone else's soul. It's been reintroduced to my body.
So you could touch it. It's not gonna like infect you or anything. I hope.
I mean, technically, I have a soul.
Yeah.
It is mine.
Yeah.
I'm not touching it.
I'll touch it.
I'll touch it.
James,
Okay. Well,
you're both going to touch it?
Why not?
who is touching the scythe?
I'm touching
Kor,
it.
Noccora, or
They both are, I guess.
believe me and him are going to touch
And
the
then
scythe.
I'm gonna be on standby about 10 feet behind them in case something comes jumping out of the side so I can do something about it.
Touch it at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to break everything.
TPK.
you touch it half a second before it does.
Oh.
Yep. Sorry.
Good boy.
Uh,
you get visibly deflated.
you touch it, and nothing happens.
See? It was perfectly
I
fine.
shout up to you. How do you feel?
You hear whispers.
I hear whispers.
It's just
What
a
are they
whispering
saying?
scythe.
What are they saying?
Do I know what they're saying?
Remove the chains.
I'm hearing remove the chains. So I guess we have to remove the chains first?
Didn't they say something about a wispy form? I'm assuming that's maybe what's in those tombs, and I'm standing right next to one. So I'm just going to move over this way.
Can I
Maybe-
talk to the whispers? Do they respond?
You're just saying.
They say
Oh, you motherfucker.
It's like he's just asking, "Hey, how's your day been?"
Alright, I'm gonna attempt to pull the scythe out.
You can't.
Okay, so I gotta remove the chains first.
Yes.
Oh,
Are they like tied to this thing?
The chain loop is over the handle.
Pull it off the top.
It comes off. It goes in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Pull off another. Do you continue?
Yeah.
I see her pull up on it and I go, wait. One at a time, and we wait to see if anything happens.
Okay. I'll just pull one off. See
One
if
off.
anything happens.
Does anything happen?
Nothing happened.
Pull another one off.
Wait.
Anything happen? Pull another one off.
Next one.
Grevil, can you move away from the side, please?
Kor's up with you two, by the way.
Kor,
You wanted him to pull it originally, but you two just went up there.
Pull another.
You pull the last one.
Yep.
I have a really bad feeling about this,
You
guys.
pull it off.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
And we can go home.
The chains quickly burn away with shadowy smoke and magic, like as if it's like a fuse. It burns away to the coffins. They all hit the coffins at the same time. Each coffin lid just goes and opens, and what comes out looks to be physical white souls, like wisps almost.
Mm-hmm.
They all come out at the same time. It is the 4 researchers that you're aware of.
Mm-hmm.
And they all kind of like look around.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Hyrock throws a spear at you. Why? But just before it hits you, a giant bone wing stops it with arcane skin in between each of the bones, and all the spirits turn black. And the wing belongs to Elghinn. I want you all to roll initiative.